Hello, Hope. I wanted to take just a couple minutes instead of writing out the blurb for the week. I thought I would just share some thoughts as many of us prepare for Lent coming up. As some of you thinking you're not preparing for Lent because you're not so sure what Lent is. And that's completely fine. Every year we explain it, and it's part of the church calendar, activities that the church has participated in. They're just tools that really, I believe, help us connect deeper in our faith, deeper to Christ. If that wasn't the case, then we wouldn't do it, right? But they're just tools that can help us. And so Lent, particularly, is this season historically where people fast. You know, people give up chocolate, but why are they giving up chocolate? Or why are they starting new activities? Well, the purpose of it is that we would gain greater dependence on God. So people fast, take away things, so they rely on God more. Or they might add prayer routines or serving or something to their activity so they might grow in independence or a dependence on God. That's the whole purpose of Lent. And it's the 40 days leading up to Easter. And there's kind of different markers. It starts with Ash Wednesday, and I'll explain that in a second. But this year is going to be different. If you've celebrated with us before at Hope, it's going to be a little bit different. And the reason why is our emphasis is going to actually have us looking outward, not just inward. So during Lent, we often survey the land of our souls. We pay attention to what's missing, what's broken, and how we want God to heal that. But I also think part of Lent is looking around in the community and thinking, what is missing? What is hurting? What is broken? What needs attention? What needs prayer? What needs us to intercede, to pray, to ask God to intercede, as we talked about this last week. So the focus of this Lent, we're actually going to be looking around. We're going to be looking in our community. So here are some of the things you can look forward to. And it's going to sound like a lot, but we're going to send you a postcard. You can put it on your refrigerator. But this Sunday is Biscuit Sunday, which usually people have a thing called Shrove Tuesday where they eat pancakes and you get rid of all the fatty food before the fast, which begins on Wednesday. So Sunday, we're going to have just fun after church. We're going to eat biscuits together. But then on Wednesday, the 2nd, March 2nd, we're going to hold our annual Ash Wednesday service where we really talk about that God is an immortal God and we are mortals, right? We are human. He is God. And it's a somber service, but it's not hopeless. And that'll happen in the evening, details to come. And then throughout Lent, we are actually putting things together. Like we have a panel we've put together with Vigilant Hope and people who've come out of poverty, sharing their story, what it's like to live and be homeless in Wilmington, North Carolina. Our friend Pastor Earl from Nicaragua is going to share what it's been like to lead all these ministries, school, orphanage, church, in a time where for 2 years during a pandemic where little support has come in, partner churches haven't been able to visit. And we just want to hear, what is God doing? What are the prayers of Nicaragua? And so that could be kid friendly. It'll be a Zoom call. We have a thing that Vigilant Hope's going to help us with on how to serve as a family. So how do you care for the poor when you have little ones? We've set up a lunch during the lunch hour with my friend Jamar and Sean Jenkins. Sean is a new hire. She works for Young Life and working on multi-ethnic Young Life at New Hanover High School and was raised in this community, as was her husband Jamar, who works with minority-owned businesses through Live Oak Bank. And so they have an interesting perspective about race and business, economics, and also just teenagers in our community. And so that's going to be a lunch with them. And then we have Palm Sunday, Good Friday, Easter, more details to come. So those are just some of kind of the gathered times that we'll do together as a church. But also, every single Monday at 8:30, there's a breakfast you can go to at Vigilant Hope where they meet near Greenfield Lake. And there's a worship service at 9:15. It'll be a great chance to kind of get out of our own routine and worship if you have time on a Monday at 9:15. Each Monday that happens. And then we have this great labyrinth set up at the Risley's. So Kathy and Steve put together this incredible labyrinth, and it is a prayer tool. And Kathy can tell you more about it. We're going to send out some information, but you can access that really almost any time. And it's a great way, I think, to grow inward, to assess what's going on inward in us as we're doing all this outward stuff. So it's a connection between inward and outward movement in our faith. On top of that, we'll just send you some materials, some videos, and information that Vigilant Hope has put together. It's called the Act Justly movement. So for your Lenten practice, if you want, you could be doing, it's a 3-week kind of exercise with really short little videos filmed by people here in town to help us understand the needs of our city and poverty in our city. So that sounds like a lot, but I just want you to know, as we prepare for Lent, we're not just going to be looking inward, we're going to be looking outward for where we believe God needs to show up and use us. Our prayers, our resources, our time. And then there'll also be, we have a Kids Lent activity that will go out as well. So you'll see a lot of that in the newsletter. We'll give you a postcard about the dates. We'll be talking about them at church. But just know that I'm super excited about this season because it's not just reflecting this way, but it's reflecting this way and then out this way, which I believe is the rhythm Jesus has called us to. So I'm excited about Lent. To wrap it all up, this Sunday, you'll hear more about it. Biscuit Sunday, and then the following Wednesday, Ash Wednesday, and then the season begins. If you have questions, you can always call me. I'd love to grab coffee and talk more about it. Have a great day. Take care.